Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, ISWA. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will discuss about Chapter 13, Fun with Magnets. We had already covered all the topics of this chapter and I hope you are able to understand those lectures. But today, we are going to revise this chapter again, and today I will give you a summary of all the topics which we had discussed already in this chapter. So first of all, we had discussed about the presence of magnet in our general life, in the stickers, in several type of toys. Like I gave you the example of chess. People use magnets and enjoy their function. In the work purpose, in the cranes, magnets are there. In several type of machines, magnets are present over there. So this way we had discussed the presence of magnet in our life. Then comes the discovery of magnet. So we had discussed about that also, that in the ancient Greece there was a place called Magnesia and there was a shepherd called Magnus. That very shepherd had a stick. On the beneath of that there is a iron pieces there, because when he walks with the help of that stick, so it will rub with the ground. So if there is no iron piece, it will gradually decompose or decay or destroyed. It is gradually it will be destroyed. But if iron piece is there, then it will not allow the stick to be destroyed. So with that he moves here and there and protect his herd of cattle, herd of goats. Then suddenly one day he come with the come with a different type of rock. That rock is stuck with the iron piece of his stick. So that piece of rock was a magnet, and it was named on the place of that name of that place, or the name of the shepherd, Magnus or Magnesia, becomes magnet, and the rock is known as magnetite. Actually it is a iron ore. So whatever, this is the story of discovery of magnet. Then we discussed about the types of magnet and different shapes of magnet. So bar shaped magnet, dumbbell shaped magnet, horseshoe shaped magnet, needle shaped magnet, different types, several types of shapes of magnets are present and it is working. Then we had discussed about the natural magnet and man-made magnet. So natural magnets are present in nature. They are made by nature and they are called lodestone. They are also known by the name of lodestone, that is magnetite. Man-made magnet, that those magnets are made by man. Next we had discussed about the temporary magnet and permanent magnet, that these permanent magnets have their magnetic property for the whole time, but temporary magnet only have the property when we want it, when we magnetize it, or when it comes close to a magnet. Under that section we had discussed a little about electromagnet also, that we are able to make electromagnet by the help of electricity. There is a property of electricity, so we use that property of electricity and we made the magnet. So that is called electromagnet. So these are the different types of magnets. After that we come to discuss about the magnetic and non-magnetic material. The materials which are attracted by a magnet are called magnetic material, and the materials which are not attracted by a magnet are called non-magnetic material. So under magnetic material, iron, cobalt, nickel, these are the magnetic materials. And then under non-magnetic materials, rubber, cloth, plastic, these are the non-magnetic material. Under magnetic material, we had discussed that there are alloys, that is mixture of two or more metals. These alloys are used to make magnets also. They have magnetic properties also, and there is a special alloy called alnico, that is a combination of Al aluminium, Ni nickel, Co cobalt. So three combined together and the name becomes AlNiCo, alnico. And this alloy is used to make magnets, and these magnets are very good quality of magnets. So this is the magnetic and non-magnetic materials. Then we comes to discuss the properties of a magnet. Under that section, we discuss the properties of a magnet, that it shows the directions, north side direction, north and south direction. So under that we discuss that when you use a magnet, the strength of the magnets more at the poles, the strength of the magnet more at the two ends, and that is called the poles of a magnet. North pole, south pole means one pole always seek towards the north, and that is called north pole, and one pole always seek towards south or south seeking pole, so that is called two poles of a magnet. That is called two poles of a magnet. Now, so here is the thing, that this magnetic properties used by us for in different for help of ours, that by the help of that we can find the direction. So people use this magnetic property to make a needle, to make a not a needle, to make a compass. Compass is an instrument which is used to find directions by the sailors, mainly by the sailors, because in the sea they are not able to understand which direction they need to go. They use the stars and the sun and the moon for the direction, but sometimes clouds are there in the sky and they are not able to see the stars and moon and sun. So at that time they use this property of magnet to find the directions. North seeking pole, north side, south seeking pole, south side. If you hang a magnet freely in the air, you will find that the magnet comes in rest in north and south position. So if any direction they will move in the north or in the south. So by this they make a compass. On that directions were noted, and when they rotate the compass with the help of the needle, so when we keep on rotating, so a moment will come when the north and south directions are under the magnetic needles, so by which they are able to understand that which is north side, which is south side. Then after this we had discussed about the one more process, that is make your own magnet. Like take a magnet and take a piece of iron. So suppose this is a magnet, north pole, so put the north pole here and rub it at the end, again lift it up, put the north pole here, rub it up, again lift it, put the north pole here, lift it up. So by which this iron piece, after doing several times this process, this piece of iron turns into a magnet. So this I discussed already. Then I discussed about the attraction and repulsion property of magnet, that same poles always repulse each other. Same poles always repulse each other. Like north pole, when you take these magnets and bring it close, north pole, they will repel each other. When you bring the north pole and south pole together, means opposite poles, they will attract each other. So opposite poles attract each other, and same poles always repulse each other. So these are the two properties of a magnet. And then I discussed about the few precautions that take care. If you want to keep your magnet safe, there are some steps you have to follow, like don't heat the magnet, don't hammer it, don't allow it to fall from a height, so your magnet will be safe. If you are storing a magnet, then you are using two pieces of iron, that is called magnetic keepers, and these magnetic keepers keep your magnet safe. So these are the some precautions you have to take care. So class, I hope you are able to understand this chapter well. If any problem, ask me class, I will help you. Have a great day. Be safe at home. Thank you.